Welcome back to News Insight. Kingsley Aibonoga.
Yes. Okay, Moya.
Someday we'll need an insight on this. But let's go to the business.
Yeah.
Senator Ali Ndume mocks Asiwaju. He's not even sure whether the rate of poverty is higher in the north or in the south.
No, he said we've always mocked that it's higher in the north.
The north.
That north is the headquarter of poverty in
Nigeria.
But the videos that came out are
suggest otherwise.
Appalling.
So what do you think? Is it in the spirit of Christmas, or it is a demonstration or a kind of a representation of the poverty rate in the south?
Which Christmas spirit? The Christmas spirit is Jesus' spirit, not demonstrating people lying on the road trying to collect. What I really wonder what they are waiting to collect. Is it a bag of rice? Or is it a 25 kg or a 50 kg? Or is it 100,000 naira for each person?
So at what point do we say, oh, this is for a Christmas gift or it symbolizes or in a way demonstrates the level of poverty?
Now also, was it the president that called them there to come and collect something? Do you understand? Why would the president of a nation call out people if he is the one, right, that they should come and collect? Is it palliative or Christmas gift? I really don't understand why that is. The president went on a holiday. Is it Sadaka they are doing? So you really need to question the reasons. I grew up in the north, or I schooled in the north, for what I know. What I know is that if a strong man in a community comes around, he calls people to come and take gifts, arms. Do you understand? And before the president became the president, things like that never used to happen
in the south.
In the south, all of a sudden, that's what we have. Is that part of the renewed hope agenda?
So in a way, you are queuing behind Senator Ali Ndume. What is happening is a demonstration of level of poverty.
Oh, cover! This is not even queuing about Ali Ndume. Let me tell you something. We must begin to get devoid of whether the person is from the south or from the north. Yeah. It bites everywhere.
So, Philip, do you by any means think this is for Christmas, or the people just want to survive?
Well, when you said Christmas, like you said before, what has Christmas got to do with it? This is a president of a nation. This is a president in his campaign that promised the nation heaven on earth. He said there will be employment. He said it's a renewed hope that everything will be in abundance. But what do we have? The man left his office, his duty post, like 10 days before Christmas and went home. And what do we see? We saw people queuing up to eat, because it was very clear it's not palliative. They queue for Christmas food. What to do? Senator Ali Ndume posted this for
in Borderland.
Is in Borderland, in
heart of Ikoyi,
to just get what to eat. He's a man that is earning his living. You think he will do that? He will go and kill a man who can cook for himself? I mean, it's clear that the level of poverty in this country is alarming. It also shows that the president policy, reform policies, whatever he said, they are not
working at the interim. So that takes us to what Kingsley was talking before. That is not issue of north or south.
No, it's not.
It's issue of Nigeria.
Yes.
So remarkably, since something like this has never happened before, even the stampede that happened the other
It has never happened before.
It has never happened before.
Yeah,
so is it okay? But Senator Ali Ndume and Tinubu are of the same APC.
No, but there's always been a divide between them because of the rulership of the house. Ndume has always been a man that is outspoken, very well. He fears nobody. That's one of the things I like about him, and all that. Of course, they all play politics. We all know that they all play politics. But you see, I've said it, and I will still keep on saying it. The president promised us renewed hope, and we can't even see the hope. And there's a statement the president made the other day that I didn't go down well with me during the media chat. The president said, I have been elected to perform a position. He said, let me perform it. But you must know that people put you there. So they also still have a right to talk.
You see,
if they are not feeling it, if they are not seeing it, if they are not experiencing it.
But that's not the angle that Senator Ali Ndume came from.
Yes.
In as much as we want to say, poverty rate in Nigeria,
Yes.
it's more of poverty in the north and poverty in the south.
Poverty is everywhere.
He came with that, Senator Ali Ndume came with that mindset.
No,
yes.
Because he's of the same party, APC, with the president.
What he's saying that, look, before now,
Yes.
they said poverty is only in the north,
Excellent.
and the north is the headquarters of poverty.
That's the clarification I want. Now it's everywhere.
But they said, okay, you can see even in Lagos, Ikoyi per se, what are you seeing? This is the thing you saw in the north that make you to say that the north is the headquarters of poverty. It's what is we are seeing in the south.
And
So
essentially,
what is the
Senator
difference?
Ndume is right. Even all these deaths that happened, these stampedes, they were all
There's no one in the north.
They were in the south, except maybe Abuja is a central area, which is
of course. So there's none in the north.
So the renewed hope. Are you saying that is a spread of poverty?
Am I saying it or we can see it? It's something that we can see everywhere.
It's palpable. We've seen it. You can touch it.
You can touch it.
Business are packing up.
Exactly.
Everybody is singing.
No,
even
even
Bonnet George said the other day that the policies have made people to lose their businesses. People have lost their life. Bonnet George,
Now,
do you know how many foreign companies have folded up in Nigeria?
okay, Kiss, let me put it to you this way. It's always good to shout on things are going wrong, things are not going wrong.
Yes.
Is there if Asiwaju is to be watching you right now?
Yes.
What would you encourage him?
What will you tell him? He should change tactics.
Tactics to what?
Tactics of governance. It's very simple. There's things that are simple. I've said it over and over again. You say you remove subsidy, right? Because people were cheating the populace. That's the country.
Yeah.
Not just the government too. What would have gone to every other person, some few persons are taking it. Now, that one that you removed now, we have now seen prices skyrocket everywhere. So does it not show that it's not working?
Now that you've been hammering on this subsidy.
Yes.
Philip, let me ask you. Do you think there could have been a methodical way Asiwaju could have removed this subsidy and ensure it is not just handed over to the governors through the federal allocation and probably pass it down to the people? Is there any way you think you could have done that?
Of course, there's a lot of way. It has been done in this country before. During the time of the military era, what we know as petroleum trust fund.
Abacha specifically.
Well, I don't.
In as much as people felt the impact was still
and
not.
the money was there, and you can see what was done with that money. Like you said, the question you asked him, I was going to respond to it. That what would you say to Asiwaju at this point? We should say to him that he should look for immediate solution. The long-term solution is not working. He should look for what can solve for the interim. We need a solution. He can provide a solution for the interim where people can eat and also go to farm and plant. Don't tell us that you are doing mechanized farming.
and the result to start coming the next 3 years.
Then when that time can say vote for me first, so that you can say my deep no.
Philip, let me bring your knowledge to something. At this junction, we have seen that they are bereaved of ideas. There's no immediate solution. They've tried so many things that are not working. And because there's something Ruben Abati asked him. He said, you say you are trying to cut down on governance, cost of governance, but you still put in more ministers. Am I correct?
Yeah.
You are still putting, you took out 5, you put in 7. But you want to cut down on cost of governance. We must see governance in a transparent form. For example, you brought us Asha Usman Mohammed or something, that lady at the MPA, that is going to give us reports from ministry to ministry. 1 year has gone by. We have not seen any of our reports. From ministry to ministry, their performance, their key performance in ministry. Have we seen anyone in interior? Have we seen anyone in a NNPC? NNPC has not changed their tactics. It's still the same old train that we are following.
Now, Asiwaju still has a lot of time to redeem himself and redeem the image his government is presenting. Let us say, what do you think specifically in terms of feeding? Because Nigerians are facing hunger problems.
You know
the last time this end of governance protest,
yes,
there is another code name for it. This is hunger protest.
Yes,
this is enough. The voice is loud enough.
You know, they normally say that when there's a family problem, right? They will say they need to conduct deliverance because the family have ancestral causes, right? From the beginning of this administration. And the way they came, let's even forget the way they came in. Now you have the government in your grip. Now you have legally put in there by everybody. Everybody has hands up. Of course, there will be voice of opposition. Do what is right. What they have been doing, it is not right. We can see it. Everybody that is appointed as either a minister or as an aide.
You know, in as much as anybody can do well in governance.
Yes.
You know, I've always been advocate of it is only those who have done very well in their private enterprise.
How many of them have done well
in their private businesses? That should be voted.
Okay, tell me how many people that are ministers have done well.
You are doing try your luck.
No,
on the job training.
No, I'm asking you now, as our anchor, as our moderator. Yes. How many people that are in government today? Tell me.
Unfortunately, and that's where we are. They use political positions to reward their political followers.
Exactly.
And that should not happen.
Yes.
So that's why I was asking you that even Ali Ndume himself is of the same party with Asiwaju.
Yes.
They have not fought. I haven't heard his voice, in as much as you say he's a critic.
Yeah.
I've not heard his voice against the political appointees of Asiwaju.
Let me tell you.
It's only when there is now poverty in the south.
No. His voice has been there. Let me tell you where his voice has been. You know, the guy that was suspended as a senator, they wanted to take that route to suspend Ali Ndume. Yeah. So he traded on the part of caution, but his voice has been there. His voice has been that of a dissent. Do you understand? He may not come out boldly, but he has not been agreeing with so many of the policies that they are putting in there. But most of I ask and I still ask again, why will a governor, that a past governor coming into this administration, right, to be either a minister or anything at all?
That's
the
question we are going to leave to Nigerians to decide, because when they say, oh, he has experience in what? Experience in corruption.
Yes.
Experience in looting people's
stealing.
money. If I am Nigerian voters, in the next election, anybody that has occupied any position before needs
should
to be
never,
should actually not be elected.
Exactly.
Philip, let's have your takeaway.
See, where you said,
1 minute.
Where you said if you're a Nigerian, that is if the Nigerians vote, we can't. At the end of it. So that's another topic. What we're saying here is that what can Tinubu do to assuage the situation at the moment?
1 minute.
What I think he can do is to look for an immediate solution to hunger. Because
like what kind of immediate solution?
You know, like you once suggested on this platform.
Yeah.
We have so many federal government assets that are not useful. This president has invested in, especially the presidential, jet, the young that he bought. Those need to be offloaded, and the money to the country to be flooded with food.
I was very, very categorical about that. Asiwaju can sell the presidential aircraft one,
and even what does it need a yes for?
Yes, and flood everywhere with food.
Do I have 1 minute? You know, he should fire all the ministers and bring in people that have done well in their private endeavors. Most of these ones are just politicians that know nothing.
So with that, we have gotten some insight on this. We'll get right back to you. We are still on News Insight.